A very good morning to one and all. On behalf of Department of Pharmacology, Faculty of Pharmacy, Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences, I, Hajira Banu, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, extends a warm welcome to all of you for the session. It's my privilege to introduce to you our eminent speaker, Mr. Meganathan Panchalan. He has completed his BS in engineering with computer engineering specialization. He's done his MBA in IT management and also healthcare administration. Mr. Meganathan is a certified passionpreneur, mastermind, and practitioner of Neuro-Linguistic Programming from Global NLP Training Center. He is also a certified yoga and meditation practitioner from Institute of Inner Science and Transformation. He has served 17 years at United Nations Organization under Department of Peacekeeping Operation Agency. He has contributed his services in several countries in 3 continents. Amidst all these accomplishments, Mr. Meganathan believes in finding ways to give back to the community or society. Hence, he is currently on mission to transform young professionals by creating awareness on essence of having a healthy physique, strong mindset, and passionate career enrichment. With this introductory note, I would like to welcome you all to our today's session, Principles of Successful Life for Aspiring Entrepreneurs. Now I would request Mr. Meganathan to take over the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be here to talking to all the young generation, those who are just finished off their college and going out for searching of new career, new business, new life. Just I want to confirm, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we can start this session, right?
Yes, sir, we can start the
Yes,
session.
sir.
Thank you. Let me share the PPT. Yeah, here we go. Can we see the screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, welcome to the session. We are going to talk about principles for successful life because you are the youngest generation. I have a privilege to share my experience and what and all I went through and how I achieved in my life. So I would like to share the same formula, same techniques so that it will be helpful to the young generation to reach your goal and to live a successful and happiest and fulfilled life. So I welcome each and every one, young enthusiasts and aspirants to this session. Let me give a small introduction about me. I am Meganathan Panchalan. I was born in a small village in part of Tamil Nadu, and then son of a farmer, not even middle class, lower middle class family, and I was also with lack of knowledge, lack of confidence, lack of inferiority complex. With all this lower motivation, I came out with, and I was the first computer engineer in my village, and I started working in a small software companies in metros. I was so hesitant to move from village to into metro cities, and with thinking that I will not be able to cope up with that. With that mentality, I raised up to I got an opportunity in the world respected organization called United Nations Organizations, where I served for almost three continents and seven countries for 17 years. And then in 2018, I took a break, and then I thought something else. I wanted to do it to the what my passion says. So that is what I'm here. I will share you some more in latest one slide. So this is all about me. So why you are here? What is there for you? See, if you are spending for another 90 minutes or plus or minus, you manage it, because I have put a lot of information. I don't want to um, remove anything, because whatever the information I could share with you, just I wanted to share with you. So just I request, in case if the time requires for additional 10-15 minutes, I hope you guys are okay with that. So from this session, what are you going to get? Rather saying what is the agenda of learning, so what is there for you? This is there for you. Assume that you guys are young generation, going out, coming out from the college, and you will be looking for the new career, new professional path, new success, new business. Assume that it is your starting point. Zero means, don't think that you are zero value. It is that your starting point of value. What I am going to give is, from this session I am going to give you the techniques that adds to one. Assume that this is a one. It doesn't look like one, but it is a one. So my job is, this session is going to give you the value next to the zero, and it is by learning from these sessions you can keep on adding to the zero. That is where your successful starts. You can add to 50, 10, 11, it doesn't matter. It is up to you how much you are going to put action, because this is not a just motivational speech. Motivation is not, is a people take it as a only information passing, but this session I want to give you a motive, but the action has to come from you. Motive plus action, then only it will affect you. Then when you're taking action, you are going to keep adding n number of zeros, depending that evaluates your success. So this is what it is going to be for this session. We move on to next. In your life, have you asked these questions? These are the very profound, powerful questions. Why people are not getting success? Because success is a principle. It is a fundamental. There is a fundamental truth and process. It has to be followed one by one. If you fail to follow, that is why the people are not all the people are getting success. See, that this, what problem, you ask yourself these questions: what kind of problem can I solve to the people, yourself and your people, and to whom I can help? How can I add more value to others? What problem I solved for myself and that can solve for others? If some problem is solved for you, the same method, principles, formula can be used for others, that can give solution to them. In return, you will get the byproduct of money, wealth. And then what would I do if money is no longer a problem? See, this is what people think. Success means all people it quantify with the money. If you are having enough money, people think that you are a rich, and that is a successful. Actually, this that is not the only factor to measure or quantify the success. So that is what, if money is not the factor, there are something which after fulfilling after accomplishing some things, you will feel something you will feel the happiness. That is what it is, that through that is called passion. There is something you will do, even if you earn money, you will not feel happy, because something beyond that, in deep heart, something else you are looking for it. That is why money is a factor, but your success should be what you want to, how you can add value to people, how you can solve to people. So that is where the success leads you to not only money, with your fulfillment and happiness. And what problem do I deeply care for and don't want other to have? For example for example the recent corona, if somebody is infected with corona, they went through all the difficulties, and they might have gone through some remedy to fix it. So they might give the same suggestion so that people can prevent, because he went through all the difficulties, he does not want others also to follow the same method. A formula can give to other people so that they can prevent from going through all the difficulties. So these are the very powerful questions you ask yourself before you start anything, either can be a job or career or business or anything. Why people fail? This is the questions one should not ask. This is a short term. It will not follow the principles to reach the success. How do people are very lazy? How do I get better job? How do I make money? How do I become successful? How do I become a rich? How do I start a business? Yes, these all are possible, but there is a fundamental truth, that there is a process. It is not a short term, it is a long term. You need to follow the process consistently. What people do is, they want to get something very quick. They don't want to spend for the entire. See, if you want to become a graduate, you have to spend 3 years or 4 years. You have to be, you cannot become a graduate in 1 year or 2 year. See, that is a process, that is a fundamental truth to achieve, to become a graduate. The same thing, every success, depending on depending on the is depending on the thing, it takes its own time. That is a actual, it is because it in aligned with the natural laws, the fundamental truth. So these questions in your life, don't ask all these questions. You try to ask the first slide which I shown. What is success? We are here all gathered, and the entire world people want to have success. Success as different to everyone. It where somebody, when they get a good job, they feel that is a success. When they get a 1 million rupees or 10 million rupees, they think that is a. So the success varies, but the fundamental truth is, you need to have this. I mentioned here, the success means sense of direction. When you do job or business, it should have some meaning, to meaning, and you are doing it for some purpose, some direction. You need to know, for this purpose I am doing. So sense of direction, and you need to know the understanding why I am doing it. I mean, to finding to I'm trying to help somebody, that is going to solve the problem. In return, I'm going to get some wealth, because money is a byproduct of whatever you do. And courage to start up something, you need to come out from the comfort zone. You need to take a courage. Yes, whether I'm going to fail or success, I'm going to start it. So you need to take a courage to start up. And charity, once you acquired all this, once you possess wealth or resource, you need to have a mind to share it with others. And once you do, you will get the respect. People will respect. That is esteem. And also it will increase your self confidence and self acceptance. You'll be like, when you're doing all this, you will have a self like confidence, you'll be able to like any to attend to face any situations with strong and calmly. So this is a small introduction about success. Success is a process. As I said, it is a fundamental truth. Depending on what kind of it is, it takes its own time. So you need to be patient and consistently to continue to do. What is this? See, this is a pot, right, with mud. See, if you are here in this session, that means you took a courage. You wanted to spend 90 minutes to learn something, right? So, first to start something, like if you want to plant something, you need to show the seeds. It depending on the you want to plant eggplant or tomato or bamboo tree or whatever it is. It depending on the tree, what tree you want to plant, that is what you want to achieve in your life. You need to show the seeds first. With people without sowing the seeds, they want to reap the fruits. How come? First step is you need to come out from the comfort zone. Whether you want to get a job or something, you need to sow it first, to start first. And then after sowing, what you need to do, you need to take care of that seeds. You need to keep pouring water, then only it will grow. You need to nurture that plant. The same way, whether it is a job or business or professionals, once you get the, oh, I got the job, I'm not going to do, no, you need to keep, because if you get a first entry level job, after 2 years or 3 years you want to move to the next level. But by doing the same thing, you cannot move on to the next level. You need, even though you will get job, you need to keep updating knowledge and everything. The same way, you need to nurture the plant. After the seeding, you need to keep watering and taking care of it. You need to nurture them, then only it grows. And then once after nurturing, you need to protect from the environment. When the plant grows, there are insects, there are other disaster things comes. You need to protect that plant. How you, because the outside environment is more powerful than your inner field. So outside environment you cannot control, but within you you can control. Like you can protect your plant. You cannot protect the entire outside environment, but you can create an environment which can protect your plant. The same way, your business or your career also, you need to, how you can protect, by enhancing your skills, enhancing your knowledge, enhancing like the empathies, how you protect your plant. Then you will reap the fruit. The same way, your success also you will reap. It is a whole process. What happens is, more than 90 percentage, there is a one survey says, people start business, they fail 90%. You know why? Because they sow the seeds, they will wait for 1 month or 1 week depending on the plant, it doesn't grows, and they will stop watering. Some, they will keep watering, they will not protect. So all this, they have to take care of the entire process perfectly, then only you can reap it. The success and career also same thing. In every level, you need to nurture and protect, then only you can achieve what you want to achieve. So success is a process. And this one, why many people they fail, or they will still stay with mediocre mindset, because they, there is a principles. When whatever you start, it has to be in certain principle, certain fundamental truth you need to follow. The thing is, first, we are here for some purpose. Whether it is a small, your daily routine job or your professional job or anything, you need to have vision. See, this vision, you might have seen this vision mission statement in only in the companies, big organizations, right? Because the vision is something for the long term they are going to achieve, but this is, it shoots for each individuals, because we are also company, like internally there are so many organs together working for together amalgamations. That is a product of our, we are like a machine. We are also, we need to have some mission. So before you start, whether it is a career or professional job or business, you need to have a vision. Vision means what? The way you look at the world, how you want to see the world, how do you want to create the world. It is a long term for the entire life. You need to, like, you are just coming out the college, right? So what you want to be like after 20 years, what you want to achieve, that vision you should have. And then, sorry, the next is mission. The vision, for example, my vision is, so India is a nation which has the highest youngest population, like 270 million youngest populations are there. I want to see, because most of we have a talented people, the talented young generation, but they're not getting an opportunity to explore them, and still because of the family situation, or because of the personal situation, they are unable to explore, and they will end up with a mediocre life. So my vision is, I want to see all the youngest talented, or all youngest people will live with the extraordinary life as all are millionaires. That is my vision. The mission is something specific aim to live and die for. For example, if I say I have a vision, I want to see the world, all the Indian young generation should live as a millionaire or business people, successful people. But I cannot change all to, but my mission is, at least I want to change 1 million of young generations. That is a mission. Then comes goals. Goals is something specific targets to achieve in a weekly basis to reach your mission. For example, if I want to achieve 1 million people, I need to start with, like today, 100 and plus people. So 12 months, I'm going to start with 1,200. That is your goal. This goal is not only this, your success related or professional related. It is like your day-to-day factors as well. Your family goals. You need to satisfy with your family's needs, and your financial needs, your professional needs, your health needs, all comes together. In the 24 hours, you need to divide into, depending on your availability, you need to fulfill all this is exactly action taking things. That is goals. By achieving these goals, there is a like short term goals, long term goals, but towards to reach. Oh, somebody is, once again, hello, sorry, excuse me. Okay, then tasks. Tasks are specific action to reach your goals. What to do list, like morning when you wake up, what you are going to do to reach the goals. The goals are like weekly basis. Tasks are like a daily basis. And then rituals. This rituals and content are something related to enrich, to motivate your mindset level. I will tell you in there is a one separate slide in future. I will explain you detail in this. This rituals, and this also you need to do it every day in the morning. In that way, you are like motivating your mindset to achieve all this task, goals, missions to reach your success. So this first two is because many people, they will not have these principles. This is the fundamental truth why you want to do, why you need to have a vision. Because once you have a vision, very strong foundation, the remaining can be like it can stand on that, and it will takes you to the what you want to achieve. The many people, they will not have the principles, they have only these goals. That is why 90% of the people, they fail in their professional or their career or business. The For this task and goals, you need to have a strategy, some techniques. That is where you will learn your enrich your skills, ideas, knowledges. This is rituals and contents. It's some tactics you use. These are intangible, so some techniques, some prayers, some chantings you will do. I will explain you in, there is one session called in meditation, I will explain you. So these, when whatever you start with these principles. Whatever you do, it should have some mission, you should have mission, goals, tasks. If you follow this process, guaranteed you will never fail. Why people are failing? Because they concentrate only goals, task, rituals, content. See, the below is the small stone, cannot hold the big stone. It's as simple as that. Without vision and mission, whatever the success, it will not stay for long term. It is a short term. It might give you very short term pleasure, but not the long term, or it will not give you the fulfillment and accomplishment. See, and also success is not the short term. I want you to be successful for entire life. I don't want you to be like success for 1 week, or success for one, you get a good job and you don't get for after 2 years. The successful is the entire life. You need to be happy, fulfilled. But even if a tough time comes, you should be able to handle them, to face them strongly and overcome with that. That is why you need to have, not only to have a short term short-term goals, but you need to have a long-term. That is where you are here for some purpose, you are going to solve some problem, so in return it gives you back what you want to achieve in life. Next, these are the level of personal conscious. Have you anybody heard about this Marslows law? Can you put it in the, can you put it in the chat if anybody's heard about it, this? Okay, no problem. Let's go ahead. So this is the our human being personal conscious level. This is where how this can tell you at what level you are. Depending on that, your development, your conscious level, your success, your happiness, your fulfillment will stay. The first thing is survival. For as a human being, the first need is you need to have a food. You need to have, you should be able to breathe properly. You should, your body and your inner organ should function properly. To do that, you need energy, you need to eat. See, this is the basic survival needs, satisfaction. Once if you satisfy with this, then you will think about the next, like safety level. Oh, I have food today, I'm going to save it for some more time. And once you have that safety belongings, like I'm having a good job, I'm earning more than my needs, so I'm going to save it for something. That is the next level of conscious level. And third is that once you have all this, you try to get respect from the community. You expect, because I have all these belongings, I have all this, I have a good job, I am earning a good money, I have a family, and I expect some respect from the communities. And most of the human beings, they stop at this level, this four, I mean three. I mean, these all developments you could see as an object through your eyes. Like you can acquire a house, you can have a family, you can have a good job, you can have a business, and beyond you'll earn some money. and you'll be like, you'll be living life that is a life. But actual growth is starts from this fourth, the transformation. This is where this, until this three, people stops at that level. That is why majority of the people are still living in mediocre life, average life, even though they have a potential, they have all the power to grow more, but they cannot because their personal conscious stops at this level. Yes, I got my family, I got a good job, I have enough money, that's all. So they, to grow beyond that, that is where the self actualization, it's, you need to, this all happens in your mindset, which it is a intangible. You need to use your thought process to grow this further stages, because these all, like, it happens inside. So that is, I'll tell you, this is the actual growth. The first three is, this is the deficiency needs, like food basic needs. But if you want to grow beyond growth, this is what the self realization, self cognitive needs. Like, you will, once you have, you will start asking yourself, what is the meaningful life, what is the meaning for life, why I'm here, I need to do something beyond whatever the material items or material things I have. So you will start thinking. Once you start thinking, then you will try to use your potential, and you will earn more, you will acquire more. And once you acquire, and then you serve to people. So that is a human being, we are a social being, right? We are not self dependent, we are always dependent. Once we have something, we have to distribute, we have to share with others, help others. That is where, see, the why, the fundamental truth is, when you start a business, you start with not to make money, but you try to solve problem. You create a business, you create a job, or you go for a job. Why you are going there? Because you are going to trade your time, you are going to give your value. That value, as a byproduct, you are getting money. So this all personal conscious level, it happens in this growth needs at mental, how you use think your how you think, and bring it into your life. That is like these four stages. See why, like, we have all these three kind of people, right? Majority of them, like, the entire planet, we have 7 billion people, out of which 6 billion peoples are mediocre and poor. Only remaining 10% is rich. Why? Because as a human being, we all have a same knowledge, same, I mean, same energy inside. But the way how you use, depending on that, you will grow. So for example, you have an apple. The poor people, they think, oh, I got apple, I'm going to eat it, I'll consume it, that's all. The moment I got this, I am enjoying it, that's it. The mediocre people, they think, I have an apple for today, I'm going to eat it half, and then I'm going to save it for tomorrow. That is way the mediocre people think. The rich people think, I'm going to eat the full apple, but after that, I'm going to seed those into the ground, and I'm going to grow multiplied apples, which is more than my requirement, and that I'm going to supply to others. That is where the rich people think that way. And these are something, how, these are the what do you call, how the people think, the, what you think, you become of what you think, right? That is where the poor people thinks, they don't want to think, avoids thinking. Mediocre people, they lazy thinking. Sometimes they think some no. So that is why they are staying in mediocre. The rich people, they are creative, imaginary thinking. How I can solve? Like they always think creativity, which you cannot see through your eyes. That is where the imaginary and creativity people are paid more. Don't think that only poetry legends only think per day, but see whatever you see in this world, like mobile phone, laptop, or anything you see, like advanced medical equipments, see it's all once upon a time somebody thought in imaginary. See there is a each creation, they say it has a two creations. One, the first creation starts with your mind, and the second creation as a physical. See that is why the rich people get rich, because they think differently, creatively, imaginally. The types of thinking, the poor people, 99% chatters, meaning they don't think what they have, what kind of talent they have. They always think, oh, he is becoming rich, he is having that vehicle, he is having that, I don't have this. So always they think about others nearby. They don't think about what they have, and they don't try to explore and utilize that. They always think 99% from outside, what others are doing. So that is why they're still poor. And mediocre people, 50% they think outside, and 25% intellectual. That is where you are professional, what you, the skills, the learn, what the skills you learn, and knowledge you learned. You use 25%, and they try to, like people are getting job, or like people earning through the job or something. Remaining 25% through the extreme experiential, throughout the life, what they before taking some decision, they might have gone through some earlier. With that experience, they will take a decision. So by using 25%, this rich people, 50% they use creativity and imaginary, and 15% intellectual, and 15% experiential, and 20% chatter. Rich people are cheap. They're also human being, right? The negative things will come, but the amount of chattering thinking will be less. This over dominates this creativity. That is why the people get rich. So, and get how they get paid, because the poor people, they get paid for what they do. See that is why the construction workers, the muscular, whatever they put 8 hours, they work hard, but they get very less money, because they paid for the muscular job, physical work. They are not using their brain. That is why they give more physical work, less money. And the mediocre people, they use intelligence, meaning the skills, knowledge, what they've learned. Rich people, they use their ideas, and they make convert them into creativity. So these are the some few things I extracted to show you why poor people are poor and mediocre. I actually, my thing is, I want to make all this young generation of mediocre people to millionaires. Let's move on to next. So energy is wealth. People think, see, right? The energy cannot be created or destroyed, but the energy is transformed. We think that we are creator, nothing. It is a natural law. And then people think the energy, people concentrate on like money rather energy. So energy, actually, when you have a energy, you can make money. But when you have money, you cannot make a energy. That is why energy is wealth. We will share some more. See, this is what, how money flows. For example, we spend energy. For example, our parents, they put their energy, they've sent us into the school and college. Sorry, by spending their energy, they made money. With that money, they're spending on us, that by sending us into school, colleges. And then by going to college, we are acquiring knowledge. Once you get knowledge, you spend knowledge. You are in this stage. So you have acquired the knowledge, you are going to spend your knowledge, and you are going to make money. When you make money, again you are going to spend energy. So this is the actual by how you are going to spend energy. Maybe that not the way your our parents spend. Maybe we are like little modern. You spend buying a car, buying other stuffs, and sending your kids to some other best schools. So but the principle, the fundamental truth cycle is the same. Spend energy, make money. Make, and again you spend, gain knowledge and spend, and then earn money. This is the cycle of money and energy. So there are three type of energy. Sorry, okay, mainly three type. The first is physical energy, meaning we have a we have 24 hours per day, right? And out of 24 hours you will be active, let's say 12 hours, out of which 4 hours for your personal stuffs and 8 hours for duty or job or business, and remaining 8 hours are sleeping and some other stuffs. So to do all that, you need to recharge yourself, right? So how you can recharge? You need to have good sleep, some exercise, and good diet, and you need to drink enough water. At least these four basic things you need to have a good health and good energy. So once you maintain that, this is the basic necessary. I would not say basic necessary, it is a essential need to live in this planet. Because this, without this, your health, your energy, whatever the success or goal are you taking, it is no use. Because without this body, how you are going to achieve this? So you need to have this physical energy first. The four things, note down. You need to do daily at least 50-30 minutes some exercise, and then good diet, balanced diet. You know what is good, what is not good. So you need to take good food, and then good sleep. Imagine if you don't get one day proper sleep, the next day, no matter how skilled person you are, how expert you are, you will not be able to deliver the skills you have if you don't have the proper sleep, because your body is not recharged. So you need to have good sleep, and daily you need to consume quite enough of water, because our body is like 70% is filled with water. You guys are all medical background, I don't have to tell. So you need to find a way to keep energizing on daily basis. So this is a physical energy. This is the basic essential need to success in your life, in your personal life or professional life or even business life. The second energy is a mental energy. You know, the physical energy you can see, so you will understand. This mental energy is something which you cannot see but only you can feel. For the physical energy, you have the food is like doing some exercise, doing some good sleep, taking food and taking water. For the mental energy, what you will do, what is the food for mental energy? The mental energy is, because when you are emotionally or is the second layer of mental is emotional. Meaning, I will explain you. You have a separate thing, separate slide. So you will feel fear, anxiety, depression, stress. These all emotional feelings comes as a under mental energy. See, one, I cannot say that you people can live without stress, without depression, without fear, with that feelings will be there until until your last breath. But only you need to learn the techniques to overcome that. You cannot completely live without stress, without depression, but you can learn a techniques. When you feel that feelings, you can overcome those feelings and you can manage them. That is the thing you need to learn. How, what is the food for mental energy? It is called peace, the silent. Imagine out of 24 hours, you how many people are spending or 10 minutes or 15 minutes sitting silent. You sit, I'm not even telling do meditation or something, sit 10 minutes silently, then how many thoughts will be going. And um, every day per person, how many thoughts process happens in your mind? 152,000 thoughts goes into your mind, but out of which only 7 to 8 thoughts per second it processes depending on your belief system. So the mental energy, to manage your mental energy, you need a piece. To to achieve a peace, what you need to do. So there are so many things. One is a meditation, I'm going to cover it later slide. So the second is mental energy. So this is the emotional energy, it is a part of mental energy. I'm showing this. So every feelings feel, it has a vibration in our body, it is measured in a frequency. So these are the what you see here is, this is the number. See, when you feel like guilt or shame, you will feel the lowest frequency. The lowest frequency means you are spending more energy for so this is just guidelines. So when you feel, like when you feel guilty or shame, your body operates at your frequency, the vibration at 30-20, and fear is 100, desire is 1. The normal human being, at least you should start with the average of courage at 200 frequencies. So we will discuss more detail. So you just see once. So whenever whatever the feeling you feel, so this is the frequency operates at your body, and the lesser the frequency, the more the energy you spend. So you need to be try to achieve your goal should be either here, at least peace, joy, love, reason, acceptance, starting from courage. Then spiritual energy. Spirit, I'm not talking, don't think that it is I'm talking something religious or something. Actually, the people, the moment you hear spiritual, people think that, oh, something has to be religious. Actually, the spiritual is a natural law. There is a natural law. That energy, because we have some energy that is always connected with the divine power. I will tell you an example. When actually in our childhood, whatever we need, we think up to maybe 7-8 years old, we think that our parents are the everything world. They can, because they are satisfying whatever we ask for. Once you go grow beyond, your conscious level goes, oh, there are certain things our parents cannot satisfy, cannot give them. So you move on to the next level. When you grow adult, then you think that, oh, there are certain things nobody can satisfy or give them. So that is where we believe there is some invisible energy we where we are from. So that, so where you, so when you have that knowledge, so you have some energy. When you feel low, and when you feel that you are not having ability, or you don't have a power to overcome or to face that, that is where you look for some external energy to support you. And I used to, so that is a, that is where this all meditation, all this comes. Okay. And I want to share one more thing. um, when I'm like in school age, I used to ask the elders that after we die, where we'll go. They said you will have a seven birth. Then I asked, okay, each birth, even if you live 100 years, after seven birth, you live for 700 years, and after 700 years, where you'll go? That I was very curious to know, but people could not give us answer. Why I'm saying this is, The same answer, because whatever we have, we all believe there is a some energy inside us. But after we are here for some very short term, like 90 years or 100 years thing, but after that something inner energy, it goes to somewhere. That is exactly the divine energy or universal energy, or whatever you will call it is. That is where, when you are having, because it's already connected, so when you feel that you are incapable or you are feeling low, you try to connect with that source of energy where you will empower yourself. How will you do that? That is where you sit for few minutes and you will thought process, you think what is you have, and through which you are connecting to the external energy, and then you try to achieve, with the support of that, to achieve your goal or something, your your goal fulfillment, your happiness. Emotionally fit. Okay, so far, do you feel you got some information useful? Can you put it into chat so that so far the session is good? You got some useful information or getting bored? Can you put it into the chat? Because I want to motivate you rather sleepy. Thank you. Let's move on. Why I'm saying this emotionally fit. You guys must have heard people talking intellectual question. Intellectual questions talks about your talent. You are specifically professional into that particular field. For example, if you're expert into the pharmaceutical, you'll be excellent in that particular profession, but you may not be good in your family life, your personal life, or your healthy wise. So that is where this emotionally questioned is plays a vital role. That is why I added this, just I wanted to share with you, because nowadays even leaders needs emotional quotient than IQ. Because emotional is, once you learn to manage your emotions, your feelings, you will be easily able to understand other feelings. Once you understand and if you show empathy, that is where the great leaders are created. See, nowadays in modern world, we are living in a sophisticated life. The people are looking for the emotionally fit leaders, not the intellectually fit leaders. Because he can be excellent, but unless you don't respect your own colleague, no matter how intellectual you are, how talented you are, if it cannot respect other feelings, that is a basic need. That is where the emotionally quotient and fit is vital. That's why I wanted to share, because it happens in day-to-day life. So that is why I need to share some more information on this emotional fit. What do you see here? So the dog is chasing a person and is running. He is looking for survival, because he want to save he want to save himself from dog. That is why he's running. Imagine if I give the stick to that person, will he continues to run? No, right? Because the same person, he did not get any external power, but he got one stick. The moment he gets stick, he will stop running. He will stand. Now the dog will run back. Why I'm saying this? This is what the exactly I'm going to give you. People are nowadays are feeling stress in workplace, in family, in personal life, fear, anxiety, depression, and especially this recent COVID. People have got lost their job. People have insecurity. They're feeling insecurity. So those feelings, it's it's happening many. And like like I gave this techno the same way, I'm going to give some techniques. By using the techniques, you will learn to how to manage those emotional feelings. You cannot avoid completely because it is part of us. But only thing is you need to learn to manage them strongly in better way without affecting your inner body and your mentally. So that is why I'm going to give you a stick to manage all your emotional feelings. See, what is the emotion? What is the emotional feeling? When you feel, we are human being, like biological interaction happens, right? If when you feel, when biological chemical reaction happens, our external body responds to it, and accordingly, then you express your feelings. That process is called emotional, right? How you express all this? It you express as if stress, it becomes, can be a fear, it can be an anxiety, it can be a depression, it can be a job loss or insecure, uncertainty. These are the feelings depending on how you are affecting that you express to others. Now, just will little detail will go. Why stress? What is stress? See, the moment you hear stress, people think that it is a great enemy. It is something unpleasant. You don't want even to hear. In reality, stress is a friend. Actually, how it is a friend? Actually, the stress is telling you something is not good in your body. You need to immediately recognize that and take remedy action, and then you can continue to be normal. If you fail to take action, when over period of time it continues, then it becomes a distress which leads to ill health and many diseases. Correct. See, imagine if you look at this picture, and another stress reason is, see, like when you were given a many tasks and you feel that you are not having ability to do all those tasks, when you feel that, that moment is called stress. Imagine, say this all, whatever you see here, no time, job, problem, stress, deadline, no sleep, it is all scattered. Imagine you put them into the one after other by line. You will see the it is written in sequence order. Once you see that sequence order, you will get some small clarity, right? Once you see the clarity, you will not be able to do all the stuffs at a time or in the same day or before the deadline. But what you can do is, once you sequentially organized, you can prioritize. Once you prioritize, prioritize means what is important for you to do right now. Start doing with that, and then the more the priority, more the impact. So first you do it, lesser the priority, you do it later. Once you have this clarity and this small thing, you can handle this stress. But I'm going to add some more techniques also. So this is what stress means. And next is fear and anxiety. See, fear is, there are like many a variety, many types of fear. Two major fear I'll tell you. One is survival fear, meaning like some animals chasing you, you will run without your conscious. You will run because at that moment you want to save your life. So that is also, you will put all that fear. And another fear is your, all this fear, the basic fundamental truth is your knowledge is the source of all fears. For example, if you give the snake to the small baby, the baby will not fear from the snake, because that baby is not having a knowledge that snake is a dangerous. The same snake, if you show near to the any others, they will afraid because they have a knowledge that snake can bite him and that will cause him to the death. So, and another one is, see why you get fear. Mainly, you think that you want to get a job, for example. You want to get a better job, but you have an interview, but you think that, oh, I don't have skill, I don't have that knowledge, I don't have that kind of talent. So see, when you go for interview as a pharmaceutical student, they're not going to ask about computer questions, right? They're going to ask you whatever you learned. It is not that they're going to ask different, but the same thing. See, you know everything, you are studied, you have that skill, but still you feel that I'm unable to, I'll not be able to answer properly. So that fear is, that is called fear. So your knowledge is telling with your experience or you think telling you that you are incapable of doing. But in reality, it is not the true. The anxiety is you have the knowledge, everything, and you also feel that I will, maybe the situation or if the environment might fail me or something may go wrong which may stop me to achieve my goal or achieve my job. So this is anxiety. So when you feel this fear or anxiety, I'm going to show you a picture. So you guys are already medical background students. Just I want to show you, see the right side, when you are in a normal position, when you are in a rest and digestion, your all organs should be behaving in this status. But what happens when you are fear and when you feel the fear and anxiety, you feel all this, your organs operating at a different abnormal. That is where if you continue to feel same feeling fear and every day more time, that leads to diseases and health. And this is the where when you try to maintain, that is where you can live without disease and normal life. Next. So the depression. What is depression? Because it's a condition when you want, when you feel, when you unable to express what you want to do or what you want to experience in your life. Three things happens. The one is you will feel discouraged and unexpressed anger forms inside. And second, you will feel that, oh, I am unable to achieve this. I am hopeless. When you feel hopeless, you will give up everything in life. You feel that, oh, everything I'm unable to do, everything. That moment, that feeling is called a depression. And so sorry, if it continues, if like every often if you start feeling depression, that is why people say that people commit suicide. There is one infamous survey says in India, one student in every 55 minutes committing suicide because of depression. Because when they reach to that level, no, they think that that is the end of the world. There is no further. That makes them to take this kind of actions. This because that is where they need to learn. They need to change the focus to somewhere else because they are not having all those thinking or things stuffs what to do next. And this job security and insecurity, the recent coronavirus corona pandemic, people have lost a job. When they lost a job, they start thinking how I'm going to pay EMI, how I'm going to pay school fees, how I'm going to maintain my family. So when they start thinking, they think that, oh, I'm unable to do. So I don't know what to do. So that leads to stress and depression. And people, those who are having a job, but they also feel, oh, I am having a job right now, but I don't know how long. Maybe my trainings, my skills, knowledge may not take me to the long time. So that insecurity feeling also takes them to this emotional feelings, fear, anxiety, depression, stress. Why we are talking all this feelings? Because whether you feel stress, whether you feel fear, whether you feel anxiety, whether you feel depression, it leads to your health. That is where we cannot leave it like that. So you need to learn something to when you feel that, to overcome that, to come back without damaging your health and your mental strength. There are three types of strategies, approaches. By doing that, you can overcome this stress, fear, anxiety, and depressions. So what are those? The first is action oriented. By doing some action, you can change the stress situation. That is action oriented. The second, emotions. The way you look at the situation, by looking at the different approach, you can change the stress or depression or fear situation. The way you approach is the thought process. And acceptance is, there are some situations you cannot control. It is beyond our control. For example, this coronavirus, it has entirely affected the entire planet. What you can do? You cannot do anything, but one thing you can do, you can protect yourself by enriching your immune system, good diet, good regular activities. So there are something which is your beyond your control, but still you try to concentrate on yourself and try to improvise whatever you have which is in your control. So these are the three approaches. If you follow consistently, you will become an expert in managing all those emotionally feelings. I'll just quickly tell you how it is. The action-oriented approaches are, see, when you wake up in the morning, see, when whatever the situation comes, you feel that I'm confident, I'll be able to do this, I'm able to achieve, I'm able to overcome the situation. You, like, even if something in workplace or in family, so, or in friend circle, so if something is bothering you, openly ask yourself what is bothering that. Even if it is a family, openly say, because of this is bothering, I'm not going to do this for you, I'm going to stay with this. So you take a bold assertive decisions. If something is bothering, take right actions and tell them, whether it's a workplace or family place, take a solid decision. And if it is going to improve, take it as a stand with that assertive decision. Second, that is that makes you, creates you a confident. Second, see, nowadays our, it's the everywhere the screen time has increased from small to adult. So you need to find at least half technology time. You need to stay away from screen. You need to teach. First you need to start doing, then you instruct the students, because many of the parents, they'll tell only kids to not to watch, but they will be watching on the bed, on the bathroom, watching all the TV. So you should be a model to the kids. Always find at least 2 hours away from the screen. Third, time management. This is also very vital. People fail to time management. The time management should be a tool to manage your tasks. It should not be a manager to you. You should be manage times. What happens, how you can do is, you prioritize what you want to do. Prioritize rather, like timing is, don't say that I will do it at 10 o'clock this, but instead, in this today I'm going to do this exercise. Because sometimes if you wake up late also, you can do it in the evening, but if you put it at I have to do it at 8 o'clock and the time passes, you will not do that. So prioritize the task, what you need to do for the day. And then you need to learn to say no, in workplace or in house or in the friend. If you have already engaged some priority or important, even if somebody else come and say openly, yes, I am already engaged with this, I cannot do that, you need to learn to say no. Because if you accept it, but if, and then you will be filled with the overwhelmed with the task, and then you'll end up doing nothing. So that builds the stress. So you have to learn to say no. And every frequent, you need to find a half time to go somewhere, like car driving, bike driving, or some place, some restaurant, some parks, or some away from some vacations, 1 or 2 days, monthly, 15 days. So you need to find a break time. It is a very, it is a small or long, doesn't matter. Even if you like half an hour bike drive you want to do it. That gives you the different perception. So these are the some action oriented actions to overcome stress. Second is emotional oriented. The way you approach, the way you look at the situation, it can change the stress situation. What are those? When you wake up in the morning, you say, the moment, what I some few things I practice, the I can share with you as well. When you wake up from the bed, you tell yourself, you ask yourself, am I feeling healthy? Am I feeling happy? Am I feeling wealthy? You will get two answers, yes or no. If you get yes, to maintain that, continue to practice, to maintain, do some whatever you are doing, exercise or some, continue to do. If answer is no, you do something, you take action to fix that problem, then you try consistently to maintain that. So this gives you that the remaining entire day, whatever the task you'll have a confident, you'll have a energy, you'll feel energy, yes, I'm going to do it. That self image you need to create when you wake up in the morning. And this ABC, adversity, belief system, consequential feeling. For example, in this session, how many are there in this? Like 81 participants are there. Like you are giving me a negative feedback on me. So now that is adversity. That is a situation. Now I have a two choice. I can take it as a optimistic, that yes, whatever they're given a negative feedback, I need to improve in the next session. Then I'll take it as a, because this is an optimistic way I'm taking it. So I'm correcting the whatever you suggested, and I'll be like improving in the next. This is the one way. If I'm a pessimistic, my reaction will be different. Oh, these guys don't know anything and they're trying to evaluate me. That is where the consequences happens. But the survey says whatever the optimistic decision you take, that has a 97 percentage of positive results and it will end up in the success. So whatever in your daily life, in workplace, on family, you try to take it as a optimistic way, because this optimistic, how it is a belief system inside you. That is, you try to learn from, take it as a like positively. You try to, there may be something when you are giving a feedback, there may be something. So you try to approach either like problem solving attitude. So when you have that mentality, that belief system builds over a period of time, and whatever you take, you will take it as an optimistic way that you will execute in every your throughout the life, in daily life you're in. workplace or your personal life or in your business. And this is exactly I can teach you this for a day or two, but I want to tell you these are the three brains. You guys know what I want to explain here. It is how the emotional feeling, when you feel where it feels, this is where the limbic brain, where the emotions feeling happens. From all the nerve five senses, whatever you smell, feel, somebody beats you, somebody, whatever the feelings externally through your body, it comes through your brainstem, it goes to the limbic brain. This is where the your emotional brain feels it. That is, and actually its job is, once the emotional feeling comes, this does not have a enough knowledge to make a decision. So it connects to the new cortex, or like a rational thinking brain. Also, it is called a rational thinking brain. The rational thinking brain works with the intellectual, with logically. This this will works. This limbic brain works with emotional. This works with intellectual, like logically it thinks and it responds. What happens is, once the feeling comes here, sometimes you will react immediately without even connecting to rational. That is why you might have heard people saying, oh, that 1 second or 1 minute, if I have stopped, I would have not made that mistake, or I would have not made that crime. What happens? That is why. So this all emotional feelings, they are not developing to make awareness here. So this all limbic, the emotional feelings feels here. So that is like previously I said, no, emotionally question. So how you can develop emotional emotional intelligence here, it is like by having every situation, you need to have the awareness about that system. Whatever the situation, you are creating an awareness about that situation and storing into this emotional brain. So then when the next time it comes any situation, before it reacts, it checks with the awareness brain information, then it responds. The awareness means what? When something happens, some situation, you are aware, means you are knowing about that situation. If this happens, it is going to happen. That information you are having, that is called awareness. So every situation happens. So you are that by developing that awareness, that is called developing your emotional intelligence. It's a long session. So just I want to just to you try to like understand what actually where the emotional feeling happens and how it creates a stress and these feelings. Okay. So this is a very very profound my favorite thing. And then we are moving into acceptance oriented approach. So as I said, there are some situations which are your not in your control, but still you need to survive, you need to live, right? So you keep doing what you can do with your own body, your mind. So keep doing some exercise, take good food, diet, balanced diet food, do some meditation, have a good sleep. So this can, when you do regularly, no matter like outside world anything happens, but still you can have peaceful mind. So after this slide, I want to share three more slides, which is also related to this. I've taken separately, just I wanted to explain you in little detail. I, you guys are very much aware of this, but just I normally used to explain to people, because the reason after this corona pandemic, everyone started talking about to develop or enrich the immune system. People started walking. So happy to see many people. See, why I brought this is see, the immune system is the defense system for our entire body, right? Meaning, like there are five vital part. The two part I like it, that B cells and T cells. The B cells is an intelligent system, always looking for the foreign substances. The moment it finds the foreign substances, it locks it to not to move further. And then the T cells, what it does is it behaves like a soldier. Whatever the B cells is locked, and it kills them. So I used to ask people, see, this much the immune system, something your internal body, some organs, some bacteria, 24 by 7 working for you to protect your body and live happily, to such a wonderful organs, to strengthen or to maintain in good condition what you are doing to improvise or strengthen your immune system. So that is why I put this slide. So then I used to ask them, there are somebody's internal inside you, somebody's working hard for to keep you, to take care of them. You need to do something. So what you have to do, to just small things, some 30 minutes exercise or some good diet. That's all it requires, the immune system. You don't need a vaccine at all, right? If you maintain. So that is why I said I don't want to talk, otherwise you guys will. um, so next, this is profound. Why I want to share this is, the moment you say yoga or meditation, in this, I'm not specifically telling, many of them, even professionals, youngsters, the moment they hear this word, they think that this is some process or some rituals has to be done when you get retired. It is a wrong information, I mean wrong interpretation, I believe. Because why yoga is needed is, I'll tell you, see, there are hundreds of varieties of yoga, but there are, those all falls under into these two types. This one is, I'm going to share this, and then you decide whether you want to do it or not. That doesn't matter. Just I want to share the fundamental truth why we need to do, or why it has been like taught our ancestors, and still it has been experienced, and people are doing it. So that is why just I wanted to share this profound information. So the yoga is like two type of yoga. One is this physical exercise, like to strengthen your body external muscle by doing, because those times there is like gym concept is not there, right? But to do this you don't need any additional equipment, so you can do even if you're traveling, you can do anywhere. By doing this you can keep your body strengthened. And the second one is, we need to take care of our strengthen our internal body organs as well, because all internal organs, if you work together, then only we can live happily, right? That is where the like breathing exercise has to be done. By doing the breathing exercise, because I practice one yoga, it is called pranavriti. The meaning why I do is, see, the disease and disorder comes not because of lack of energy. You have already energy, but what happens is, when you don't practice this kind of exercise, the energy does not circulates into every cells in your body. We have 50 to 60 trillions of cells, nerve system, right? And also our human being is controlled by our brain system. So by doing this breathing exercise, it will take oxygen and other proteins, everything, into all the cells. And also it strengthens your, from brain to entire body, your nerve system. By practicing this, that is where you can keep yourself physically fit. That is a purpose of doing yoga. So now you decide if you want to do it. So that just that the right information just I want to give. This is about all the yoga. And the second is meditation. Meditation, okay. This is also people think it is something has to be done, and it is not, because when you are young, when you have all the resources, you will get success. You will achieve whatever you want, and when once you get whatever you want, that is the life you want to live, right? Imagine you have all the money, all the other material life. If you don't have a physical health and mental health, will you be able to experience? That is why first, if we have a good health, the remaining things can be achieved. So that is where this plays a role. The meditation, I'll tell you three reasons. People ask, why should you practice meditation? How will you that help you? First, I'll answer you why you should practice meditation. I told you, no, our body, we have some energy inside, right? At a time we feel that energy is not enough to achieve our goals, or to achieve our happiness, or achieve our fulfillment. When we rang, we used to ask parents, we used to have, but we are grown up girl, so we need to find some other sources where, when you feel like inability or low in motivation, low in energy, so you need to connect with the energy where you are from. That is where the by using your inner energy, you're trying to connect your source of, like you call it a divine energy, universe energy, or god, whatever you call it. You're trying to connect and try to get support from them, and with using that energy abundance, because that is abundance. So you will achieve your success and goal. That is why you need to do it. It will not happen. It is a process. It is a like continuous process. As long as you are alive, you need to do it. Is not that I'll do it one day, oh, I'll not get success. No, it is not that. Like how you eat daily to survive, you need to eat 3 times daily, right? The same way, this is also food. I told you, no, in the from the first slide, mental energy. You meant for mental energy, what is the food? It is a peace. How you can achieve peace? By sitting silent. How you, because by sitting silent, you will get lot of other negative thoughts. But to avoid that, there is some techniques by which you can remove the negative thoughts. You can refill with the thoughts which you want, positive and all the same. And so that's why you need to practice meditation. How will that help you? I'm going to give 3 examples. For example, you are going to office morning 9 o'clock with traffic, more traffic, right? You know how traffic is in all the metros. The same distance night after 10 o'clock, if you come where there is no traffic, it takes different time, right? Assume you are having the best car in the world. No matter how best car you have, if traffic is there morning to reach your office, it will take more time. Even if you have a Maruti Alto, after 10 o'clock night, the same distance you can reach with less time. Why I'm saying this? The same thing happens into your mind. I told, no, the limbic system. When your thoughts comes into that brain, all the negative energy, limited beliefs that dominates. As long as that dominates in your brain or your mind, you will be very difficult, or you will not be able to achieve your goal and achieve success. To organize this, to organize your thoughts and to replace positive thoughts, that is where this meditation helps. One more example I give. This example, see, people talks air pollution, water pollution, you name it. But I tell, first you need to remove your thought pollution. That is the first one for every human being. Reason, see, we are social being, right? We always end up meeting in workplace, relatives, known people, unknown people. When we are mingling with that people, that negative thoughts automatically comes. You can control your what you are thinking, but what other people think, what other people talk, you cannot control. But still, when you are in social being, it comes to your mind. But when it comes in when you go out to office to meeting all this, two things happens. Your body and dress gets dirty. To cleanse that, you come and take a bath and wash your dress. But to clean, same thing, to clean your like thoughts, or to organize your thoughts, what you are doing, nothing. That is where, by doing meditation, you can clean up all the negative and limited beliefs. You can replace with the positive energy. Because when you remove the negative energy, you need to have something to replace that place. Otherwise it will be, the mind will not be empty. So for the negative things, you don't have any effort. But for positive or good things, you need more effort. So that is why you need to do meditation. And the last but not the least, but this is a very, very, very medically, scientifically proven example. And you guys will understand very easily. You might have heard in CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, the fluid which covers into our brain and it connects all the way to our spinal kind, right? So why I'm saying this, what happens is, we saw one slide, no, that our body vibrates with some frequency. When you do meditation, this spinal fluid, no, that frequency matches with the external abundance, divine power or universal power, with the match, that frequency and vibration matches during when you do proper meditation and in that silent mode. When you do that, no matter like whatever you want to achieve in life, you will get that confidence and you will start achieving it. Because that is, that fluid frequency makes happy. How that happy feeling happens when that frequency matches. So for this reason, you need to do meditation. So you decide now, these are the benefits, these are the drawbacks of this by practicing meditation. Now you decide you want to do it or not. So we move on to next. So mental toughness, this is also very very profound thing. Just I thought of sharing here, because you guys are just away from the college. You are going to see a new life, new career. You're going to meet new people in the workplace, new kind of business, new kind of challenges. So first you need to be physically strong, which anybody can do. Because by looking at, when you are weak, you realize that, oh, I need to do something. But the mental is toughness, to strengthen your mental strengthen, which, because it is intangible, that is why people are not realizing and they're not taking action. That is where all they end up with mental weakness. It leads to depression, stress, fear, and all this thing. And they are not trying to any positive action to overcome, because they don't know how to think. Because they are physically becoming strong and mentally they're weak. What is this picture? It's a deer in the jungle. The small story. This beautiful deer was very active, as healthy. It used to roam around all the jungle. It used to enjoy his life, and it used to save from itself from other animals when they chase him. It used to run very fast, and it used to. After some couple of months, what happened? It fell down, and its legs got broke, and within a few days it was eaten by cheetah. Why I'm saying this story? Because universe or divine power or God, they don't support weak people. They support strong people. Why? Because the what to be a strong. whatever the source, whatever the things you need, you have already given. Because of your ignorance, you are not utilizing them properly to strengthen yourself. That is the reason, as a principle, universe will not support weak. So it rewards strong people. So now you can ask me, is it possible to become mentally strong? Yes, it is possible. If you can become physically strong, why can't mentally strong? Because this, if I'm weak, if I want to strengthen, I need to go to gym. This is something is invisible and it is intangible. People, you to know that, you need to have a thinking power. You need to think what you are thinking, what you are doing. But that patient or the techniques, nobody knows it. Nobody try, not even trying to learn. That is why people are becoming mentally weak, or they are not learning those techniques to strengthen their mental strength. But here, I'm going to teach you or share you 5 techniques. If you follow, that will make you strong mentally. What are those 5? The first technique is increase your conscious level. Let me drink some little water. Sorry for that. So, what is how to increase your conscious level? Have you seen this? This is they call it is hing sing in Japanese. They call, forget about that. So there is a two color, black and white. So in life, there is always two things: night and day, good and bad, strong and weak. There is always hard time, good time, good job, bad job. So in life, everything is there, like hard time, when you go through very hard time, and follow some good times as well. And you need to learn not to be a like frog in the well with limited conscious level. You need to broaden your conscious level, meaning, that is why, see, you when you are in a bad time or hard time going through, you need to prepare yourself. Yes, this time, like, I can overcome. It will not stay for long, but I need to prepare myself to overcome the situation. But after this, I will be having a good time. So, like, that level of conscious, you need to develop. One thing, in as a fundamental truth, you in life, there is a no problem without solutions. Always every problem will have the solutions. And secondly, you are not given any problem which you cannot solve it. If you are given a problem to you, it has come to you, that means you have a capability. Because when this happens, human brain has two things. It's a goal driven mind. Okay, something you want to do, but you know how to do, or you know the methods or answer to reach that goal or something, then your brain does it. Imagine you are given to do that, but you don't have anything about, you don't know anything, but still your brain has a capacity to discover it. You learn the skill and do it. Maybe it takes a time, but still you are capable. That is the reason you are not given any problem which you cannot solve it. So that the level of conscious level, you need to think about every situation comes. That is the method of increasing the approaching thinking in different level. And every problem is a temporarily. And how come your problem can be permanently? No, ourself it is not permanent. So problems as well same. So when you have this conscious level, this is the first technique of to increase your mental strength. The second the second technique is expand your context. Our brain and mind always concentrates about bad things, danger things. It never as I said, no, for good thing to happen you need to put a lot of effort, but bad things or negative things happens even if it is without effort, it happens. As I said, in the one in every 55 minutes one student gets committed suicide. What happens? What situation made them to commit suicide? Is it such a big problem? Problem is, okay, I got failed, I could not score mark, I cannot show my face, that is a problem. For that problem they committed suicide. After committing what, they're no more existing. So because their context is small, they need to expand that context. Yes, it has happened, I'm learning from this, so next exam I'm going to, because something went wrong, maybe I'm not prepared, maybe I'm not aware of it. You what How you can expand the context? Just you need to change the focus. You need to change, you need to think little different. You need that you need to have, it should come into that mind, expand the context. And you see the, I think few years ago, this cafe owner committed suicide. Do you think he's a poor? He made millions. What made him to commit suicide? Because his context is small. He thought that is the end of life. Even if he was in a debt, he could have overcome, right? He built a empire. He could not have like covered a debit, whatever he had a debit, because his context was small. So imagine, I'm not asking you to compare this, but I'm showing this picture to show the context. Think about this picture. Recently, during this pandemic lockdown, people were walked thousands, hundreds of kilometers. Do you think your problem is greater than that? Imagine you are walking 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers to reach by walk, by carrying your kids without food. Think about that. Look at this man. So recently this BWSSB has given that not to use, but still in India, still it is happening. Do you think your problem is bigger than this problem, this man's problem? I'm showing this not to compare, but when such kind of situation comes, you change the focus. Yes, I am in problem. I am going through hard time, but I will overcome this. This is not the end of my life. I'm going to overcome. I will do better. That the change of focus, time to, because change of focus has to happen, and it is not one time, because over entire life there is a hard time. There is a, like, bad people will come into your in workplace, in business. You need to prefer what kind of problem you are facing, how you expand the context. Yes, this is problem, yes, I'm going to approach in this way, I'll come out of with this problem. That kind of context you need to expand. And technique number 3, manage your thoughts. Everything, whatever happens in your life, it starts from your thoughts. So the starting point is good, the result, the entire cycle will be good. The starting point is wrong, the entire thing is wrong. Imagine your thought becomes feeling, and your feeling becomes action, and your action becomes the result or outcome. And that outcome becomes a feeling and thoughts. Imagine if you have a good thoughts, your feelings also will be good. Your feelings is good, that action which you are taking will be good. And ultimately the result will be good. The result is good, your feeling is also good. So Imagine if negative thoughts, unpleasant thought comes, the same cycle goes. Unpleasant feeling, unpleasant action, unpleasant outcome, unpleasant outcome. So I'm not saying you're always positive thoughts, but you need to be aware when negative thought comes to eliminate. When you have that awareness, you can have all this cycle with the pleasant that can reach you, take you to the things what you want to achieve in your life. And then fourth technique is take a risk. See, from our childhood, our parents always taught us, oh, don't take risk, don't take risk. That is where we'll. But actually, I'm not telling take some stupid risk, but you need to take at times calculated risk in your professional or in business in family, because we want to see always in next level, not to stay at the same level. We always seek for the next that is better than the present level. For that, you have to take some courage, risk, calculated risk. You, because when you take a courage and calculated risk, you will operate from without fear. When you when you are not, if you are staying in the comfort zone, that means you are operating yourself with fear. Oh, I'm comfortable now, but you never know if something happens, so maybe my job goes. So always before that situation comes, you always every frequent 6 month or 1 year, depending on the which profession or which business you are, take some calculated risk and try to move on to. Either you will learn from it, but you always see the progress. That is why comfort makes you weak, but calculated risk and courageous action makes you strong. And the fifth technique is a, you might be thinking how to celebrate failures. See, failures are not opposite of the success, but failures is a part of success. See, when you fail, of course, I'm not telling you to really celebrate, but you feel that you don't feel like, you don't go to your lower thing that okay, it has not succeeded, but I'm not going to stop it here, but this taught me to move on to the next level or to use some other method. So when the moment when you think that, even if the people around you, when they look at you, when you feel like, oh, I failed, if you when you broke, when you feel like broke, they will also, I told you, no, you shouldn't have started. So when they also fuel some negative energy. So that is why whenever it fail, actually I would say, like, there is no failure in life, it is a feedback. Anything you are progressing, it is not happening or something, that means take it as a feedback. That means that technique is not working, you need, it is telling you that you use some other techniques, some other method. So in that way, if anything, from today onwards, there is no failure in your life, in anything, in your personal life, business life, work life. It is a feedback. So failure is not opposite of success, it is part of success. So when you use these five techniques in day-to-day life, it will not happen in one day, but try to practice over a period of time. I'm sure you will become the one of mentally toughest person in the planet. Okay, so far I hope you guys were enjoying. Had who wants, I have some bonus, who wants bonus, or we want, you want to wind up? Can you put it in the chat? Hope you guys are not sleeping, and hope this session is not boring. Put it in the chat box. Okay, thank you, and Sharma and such. Tamanna, thank you. Okay, let's move on. I think we have on time. We're almost at 12:50. Another 10 minutes, or we'll go for next question and answers. So, what is a bonus for you? Okay, we are in New Year, right? Anyway, 2 months passed. Okay, how many of you have written a goals or resolution for 2021? Tell me honestly. Okay, so what happens every new year? It is people write goals and write resolutions. They will write it and it will stay for some times, maybe few weeks or months, and it vanishes from there. I will tell you the technique from this year goals and your resolutions to make it real solutions, not only for this 2021, for your entire life. And why they are unable to manifest into your real life, I'll tell you that what do you call secret or something. So people write all goals and resolutions, right? And in the end of the year, if you ask them, maybe some of them they may achieve some of them, but majority of them they will forget. But this technique I'm going to tell you, going to be a real solutions for your real life. What happens when you write a goal or resolution? You write it yourself, you don't even have to show anybody. It will stay into the paper or notebook. If something to take action, I told you no earlier, any creations, there is a two creations happens. First it happens into your mind, first creation, and the second creation happens physically. Why this many of them are not these solutions, sorry, resolutions or goals not becoming in reality? Because they write and they forget there only. They are not bringing into their mind, and from mind only it goes to physical. There is a word written by Napoleon Hill saying, whatever your mind conceives, you can achieve it. I will add one more thing. Once your mind conceives, your belief, you will start believing, your belief system will increase. So from today onwards, what you do, everyone has a 24 hours, right? But people say that they are busy in their daily, sorry, day-to-day life, and it more traffic, traveling time, office time. But I'll tell you, there are few things which, no matter how busy or how you occupied are, you still, you will do it for yourself, because those tasks others cannot do it for you. The moment, what are those? When you wake up in the morning, you start pressing, you take bath, you go for restrooms, and you eat this, and you go to sleep after end of the day. This task only you can do it for yourself. Nobody, you cannot like outsource, or somebody can. Okay, how, see, whatever, what, how you are going to manifest whatever the roles you have written for yourself. When you wake up, when you are brushing, you bring that whatever the goals you want to do, you think about it one by one. You prioritize which one you want to do for the entire year or 3 months or 6 months. Think about that. And while you are bathing, when you are heating, and when before you go to sleep, no matter, even if there is no action, no improvement, you keep thinking. After 1 week or 1 month, your mind will kick you that you are just thinking, you are not taking action. You will, because once it comes to your mind, your, it propels you to take action. You practice this, and you see that how many goals you are going to achieve, not only for this 2021, this you practice for the entire year, entire life. So this is one small bonus for you guys. And let's move on to And I told you, no, I when I gave my introduction, I said I'm basically a computer engineer, and I was earning good, and I left, and I'm doing something. Why I'm doing this session? Like, because I feel we are, like as I said, we are all human being. We are social being. That whatever I'm here because of somebody they're helping me, or somebody has shown me the path. But the same way, because I don't feel like fulfilled happiness if only I enjoy or I only take. So that is where I want to give back to my society, my community, my citizen youngsters and professionals, to show something that can lead them to live happy and successful and fulfilled life. Okay, and this is my definition of success. What you see, it's a beautiful car, right? It's transparent car, you never know, like in future you may get it with the electrical car. So why I'm showing this car has four wheels, right? Imagine one tire got flat. Will you be able to drive? No, right? The same way our life also, it's a balanced life. When you call, to whom you will, I will call as a successful person, when he is a healthy, and when he is a mentally strengthened, and when he has enough wealth, and when he maintains a good relationship. This is my meaning or my term of success. The person who maintains by balancing this four essential thing in his life, I will call him as a successful guy. Imagine you are healthy, but you're mentally not strong. I will not call him. You have everything, but you don't have money. Still, you are not successful. So, our life is as simple as this. Just you need to maintain all these four, but each to maintain, you need to do every 24 hours. You need to spare some time for health, some time for mind, some time for income, and some here the income. I'll tell you. See, the richest people always have minimum of seven kind of incomes. That is why, because the salary job guys will not become rich because we are depending on only one income. I'm not saying you don't, it should not work, but that is why you try to find your passion. What is your passion? By how you are going to solve problem. See, like, to become a crorepati, you solve under, sorry, 1 crore problem costing of 1 rupees, you will become a 1 crorepati. Or you solve 1 lakh problem worth of 10,000 rupees, so you'll become a good. Or you solve the problem of 1 crore worth of one problem. So how you are, the more you try to add value to people, whatever you do, you concentrate on what, first you try to learn, recognize what is good about your, and by doing that, what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled, find out that. And then by using that skill or ideas, knowledge, try to solve, or try to solve for others problem. Then the wealth or money as a byproduct, it will chase you. You don't chase money, but you chase your passion and how you are going to help others. Okay, so this is end of my thing. I hope few more thing I want to share. Who wants surprise? Because why I put this surprise, see, so far whatever I've shared as a information, you don't have to believe whatever I've said so far, but you can think and you can experience it. If it makes you good, fulfill, then you continue to practice. You don't have to listen or execute because somebody told you. Okay, but this surprise, I don't want to end up with only sharing information, but I want to give you some small hands-on techniques so that you can also try to practice If it gives you benefits, you can continue. Because this small period of time I could not share all of them, but whatever I wanted to share for you, aspirants, youngsters, I put it into this thing. And so what is this hands-on surprise? When you wake up in the morning, daily drink 750 ml of or 1 liter of water. I mean, only when you, the moment you wake up, not for the whole day, but actually the whole day you need to take at least 2.5 to 3 liters of water. But this one, when the moment you wake up, even you don't have to brush, you drink. If we continue to drink, there is a survey says that, because our body needs HCl, right? So that has a power to kill all unwanted bacteria, and also it keeps low the virus which forms the cancer. It is not 100%, but I got this all information through this thing. Okay, but anyway, drinking 750 ml or 1 liter water, it will not harm you. It will not, but definitely it will give you some good benefits. So second, practice giver. I told you, no, like when I was showing mission vision and last, I said rituals and content, right? This is what you need to do. This is something to motivate yourself, because you cannot expect motivation from every time from others, but you need to motivate yourself. That is called self-image. Improve your self-image. How you can do? By giving. Always you to be a giver, not a taker. So there is something inside. Give means gratitude, imagination, visualize, exercise, read. Gratitude means say thank you to what you have right now. And I'm not saying that you settle down with them, but be, when you're saying gratitude, I'm okay if I'm having a good house, good car, good family, good job. Gratitude for that. And after that, with the source which you have, by using that, you try to move on to next level. Okay, when you feel gratitude, that means you are telling yourself you are fulfilling whatever you have done so far. You are fulfilled, and you got back whatever you want to achieve. And with that, you need to move on to the next level. So people, what they know, instead of saying feeling gratitude, they say, oh, I should have this, I should have this. Instead of I should have, yes, to have that, you plan for next, but you say gratitude to what you have right now. But you are, if you are sitting last 2 hours without any pain, that means you are having good health. Thank you, say gratitude for that. You're having a computer, say gratitude for that. You're having a parents, good family, gratitude daily. So that is what, when you wake up in the morning, you say, I told, no, have you, am I feeling happy? Yes, I'm going to do something for to continue. So that kind of gratitude you start practice. And then imaginary, you imagine what you want to, whether it is a better job, or someone has written they want to become a CEO 10 times. Definitely it is possible, but you need to take 10 times action. You take a 10 times action, you will become not a CEO, you will become a owner of the company. But you need to take a 10 times of action, 20. There is a one book I recommend. There is a one book name called 10x rule. It is written by Grant Cardone. You try to read that book, you will have more information. So I wish you, I want to see you one day as a CEO. I forgot the name. Okay, that is one thing. You imagine what you want to. Doesn't matter, because whether it is going to happen or not, first thing, imagine. If that is, because whatever you see in this world, once it was a imaginary, somebody's imagine. So the same thing, you imagine and then visualize. So visualize means whatever you imagined, at least in that, you try to visualize how that imaginary will become. Like for example, you get a new job, you are getting like 2 lakh rupees as entry job. You are imagining, okay, it's an entry level, I'm getting 2 lakh, but after 2 years I want to get 5 lakh, right? It's imagine. And then visualize as if you feel like you are getting monthly salary 5 lakh, it is getting credited. You just visualize, close your eyes, visualize. And then exercise. You need a daily exercise, boss, at least 15 to 30 minutes. Because that is why, the recent corona, I always think that made many people started doing a lot of physical exercise. And you spend some time to read. Every successful people, they read minimum 50, above 50 plus books. I tried last year I for 7 months, because first 4 5 months I could not read. I read around 27 books, and I ran 1,500 kilometers in 6 months. So practice giver, be a giver, and don't be a consumer, be a producer. And then reverse count from, see, if somebody wants to practice or start meditation, because immediately if you want to sit, you will not be able to, I mean, you will get lot of scattered negative thing, and you will not be able to focus. But few days what you can do, i I give these ideas to some of my students also. Whenever they start to learn meditation, no? First 1 week or 2 weeks, I ask them to practice this. What you do, you start counting from 1000 to 1, like 1999, 1998, 1997. If you make a mistake, you need to start from 1, sorry, 1000. So by doing this, your focus will increase. You try, just you try to practice for whatever I'm telling this 21 days. You practice, and then you see if there is any positive benefits, you continue to do, otherwise don't do it. Why I'm saying this 21 days? Because any new habit to become a routine, your brain, your mind takes 21 days minimum. That is why I say, uh, there is a one book called Psycho Cybernetic. It is written by Maxwell. He's a doctor. So if you have time, read that book also. It will give you after reading that book, you will see yourself a different person. I read, I think, 4 times last year. Psycho Cyberneticos, Psycho Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell. So try to, if you want to learn meditation, this is a primary. You try yourself, and every day at least spare yourself minimum 15 to 30 minutes for your physical activities. So these are my hands-on practice. I think that's all for from my side. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time to listening my information. And if you have any questions, I am open to answer. I hope so. Thank you. I am done.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you.
Yes, sir. So I would say that the topic you covered is actually the need of the hour. Thank you very much for enlightening. We'll try to practice as much as possible. We may not be able to promise 100%. We will definitely practice.
Yeah. So anything I have, this is my email ID. Anything for, because this is just as I said, I don't want to just a motivational. It's a plus action. Then only it is it will be useful. So always it's like it is not only like just a motivational speak. It is a motive plus actional information.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is my email ID. For anything, for anybody, if they want to further anything, they can feel free to reach me. So I'm, anybody having any questions?
I think it was clear, sir. The session was very clear.
So thank you so much
Yes, sir.
for
Yes, sir.
each and everyone, and especially Satya and Damodar for helping me and to conduct this session as a successful. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
We,
Thank you, sir. Sir,
can we
please
wind
hold
up?
on, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, dear participants, I, Ms. Satya R, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, take the privilege and honor to conclude this session by extending vote of thanks. First of all, we are very much thankful to the management, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Pro Vice Chancellors of Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences for their encouragement and constant support in conducting this webinar. On behalf of Department of Pharmacology, I'd like to thank our Dean, Dr. S. Bharat, for his contribution and valuable guidance for this session. And we are really fortunate, sir, to have an eminent and sincere orator of today's webinar, Mr. Meganathan. In spite of this busy schedule, he agreed to deliver this talk, and we are very much thankful to you, sir. We wholeheartedly thank you because it was a very sincere presentation for almost 2 hours. Thank you so much, sir. On
My pleasure.
Yes, sir. On behalf of Department of Pharmacology, Faculty of Pharmacy, and all the participants, I sincerely thank once again Meganathan sir for his motivational speech. And also, I wish to express the gratitude to Ms. Hajira Banu, Assistant Professor, for delivering the welcoming remarks to this session. I would also like to convey my sincere appreciation to all the faculty members of Department of Pharmacology, Dr. J. Anbu, Dr. Mohammad Azmatullah, Dr. Kesha Desai, Mrs. Gauri Nayak, Mr. Damodar Nayak, for their constant support and cooperation throughout the process and arrangement to successfully conduct this webinar. On my personal behalf and on behalf of Department of Pharmacology, Faculty of Pharmacy, Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences, I sincerely and profusely thank you all, the participants, for your active participation and till the very end you all stayed and you listened. We are very happy for such a support and we are expecting the same support in near future also. Thank you one and all. So with this, this session is concluded. And if the PowerPoint presentation is required, the presenter is generous enough to share the presentation, which we will be doing through email. Thank you one and all once again. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Meganathan, sir. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.